Ooh. Check something real fast. Ooh. Mute that real quick. Today's the contract extension deadline. Would you like to stop simulating? Nope, there's nobody want to extend. Oh, press conference. Brandon Ingram's contract expiring this offseason. Do you have any plans of picking up the team option on his deal? Ingram? Yeah. It's not gonna give him up like that. Yes. I would love to have Brandon back with us next year. He'll definitely be back. Ingram play him around. Alright. Let's go with this lineup. City earned old Bucks. Bucks. Not a fan of those. I've been too good of luck in these, so let's go. We're rolling that. Let's do this.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. Two great backcourts going head-to-head tonight. Kenny, your thoughts on how the guard position has evolved over time? And make it quick.
Yeah.
The evolution of the guard position in 12 seconds, please.
Well, you weren't quick, so why do I have to be so quick?
Well, just try.
8 seconds I'm going to be as quick as I can.
Okay.
But I'm going to be
6,
as
5,
vigilant as I can.
Okay.
4,
You know,
3,
they're more like combo guards
2,
now.
1. And with all the switching guards, you can defend more position. For the teams that rebound collectively, guards have to be involved on the boards.
Well, it's almost like you were reading that, Shaq.
We were going to give you 10 seconds, Shaq. You didn't have to rush.
I did rush.
You didn't have to. Because I,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Combo guards. Let's go courtside. Sports. Welcome
confused. Following presentation of the NBA.
It's game time in Los Angeles. From the Staples Center, all the crowd ready to go as they look to cheer on the Lakers. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Fred Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. This game is part of the travel schedule for Milwaukee. And 8th place in the East, they're in the playoff hunt.
And right now for the Bucks, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
It's got to be frustrating for them so far this year. Anytime it's appeared that they're ready to break out, they suffered some sort of regression, and it has them stuck right there in the middle of the standings.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Lonzo Ball knew the Lakers needed a leader, and he thought he could fill that hole. He said a lot of it is natural. I think you're either born a leader or you're not. Now, the Ball family does not shy away from controversy, and it didn't last season either. So none of us know exactly where this is all going to end up. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Some incredible athletes in this one, Brent. Defensively, what does it take to stay in front of somebody who's got that kind of explosive ability?
For me, a small prayer. For other guys, it's knowing time, space, distance to make sure that you can collect anybody's first move. As
Let's
you know,
go,
Kevin,
man.
You can't be thinking out there. If you're caught thinking, especially defensively, you get to read the back of his
Get back on track, man.
quite often. Can't happen here tonight.
And it can take your mind off of the other things you've got to do.
Well, yeah, that, and then you're always using one key phrase, which coaches talk about in practice.
Yeah.
Help.
Oh, yeah.
I need help.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go on the court for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are your small and power forwards. Bledsoe is out there with Brogdon, and it's Henson in at the center. Now, Ball, following the three-point attempt by Eric Bledsoe. Inside, clock at 4. Here's Kuzma.
Beautiful.
Clock ticks down. Kuzma's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Lakers. Kuzma against Antetokounmpo. Brogdon. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Brogdon going up with a purpose now here on the interior.
Ball kicks to LeBron. On the wing change.
Nope. Fucking.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got his first bucket in this one.
Here we go.
Bledsoe and strong finishers just seem to go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Ball, the pass to Kuzma. Back to Ball. Over Bledsoe. Ball, no good. Bucks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Middleton flying, touches to Kumbo. And they call the foul.
Shut up.
And one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps staying laser focused. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupation.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 19-point game against New Orleans.
Felt like he had a sense in that game.
Oh,
He
bullshit.
was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Come on,
Some
man.
have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you
The hell is this?
snoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done. And right now, the game plan seems to be working.
It looks like this team has finally gotten into the club and found its rhythm, trying their best to pull away.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchup.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Playing well, earning the Player of the Month in the East. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And having a small forward on the wing of his caliber just opens up so many things for your team. A lot of attention is paid to him, and with the stretch he's had, even more will be coming his way.
Now, here's Ball. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9
Man,
points a game.
he's
And a foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. LeBron kicks the ball.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
And slam dunk by Henson.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it.
Why are we playing like ass?
On the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Now here's Ingram. 17 points in his last outing. Kuzma passes to LeBron. 5 to shoot.
Thank you.
LeBron's got his first 3 points of the game.
You just are fearful if LeBron James gets going from there. The night turns into a long one.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That one.
You want to put your hand up?
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Kuzma. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Thank you, Kuzma.
That one drops for him.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
This is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
So it's the Bucks now. After the basket by the Lakers. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on Los Angeles. And Brett, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's slashing game. Standing, maybe a hair under 7 foot tall. How do you even put it into words?
Well, it's hard to imagine a more perfect frame for today's game in terms of getting in transition, having a versatile offensive game, putting it down, getting to the rack. Well, the one thing that we're anxious to see is whether or not Giannis will develop the type of range from the 3-point line that makes it respectable. Other than that, he's pretty much unstoppable.
Free throw is good from Antetokounmpo. Always a big factor, home court advantage, Brent, in the playoffs. But lately we're seeing some teams opt for rest and health and say, well, we're going to play what we're going to play.
We always feel, though, Kevin, is that conversation.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Recent success.
Seems that way.
It seems like it's veteran teams that the last couple of seasons have gone deep into the playoffs, championship or Western or Eastern Conference Finals. That the coach relies on that experience and doesn't worry that the change of venue is going to impact the quality of play that they're going to bring to the table. They think that we'll carry that through. So be healthy. Don't worry about where we're playing.
That one goes in.
All right, I think he's showing off now. But I'll tell you what, that's impressive.
Steps back and shoots. And
Shut the hell up.
Converted.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Ball, the pass to McGee. Ingram outside. Passes to LeBron. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. There is the long-range jumper.
Vision by LeBron, always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide-open teammate.
Down low. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned.
This is ridiculous.
This first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Now here's James. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. Here's Ball. And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
Well, you can use your speed on offense. Why not use it on defense? Eric Bledsoe with the quick hands to swat that shot back.
Lakers trail by 12. Ball with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kuzma against Antetokounmpo. Kuzma kicks to Ingram. James outside. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Middleton against Kuzma. Now here's Middleton. T right on him. Back to Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. As that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists tonight. Lakers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Ball, the pass to LeBron. Now here is McGee, defended by Henson. Ball kicks to Kuzma. Back to Ball. Shoots over Henson, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
And now a look at LeBron James here. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 4th in scoring, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers. Always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Henson's shot is off.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Now here's James. Over Middleton. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Got to get out of his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
Got that one up quick.
How are they making every fucking thing?
17.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
LeBron against Middleton. Ball with a wide open look. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Lakers with some changes. Zubac is checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Josh Hart in for Ball. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Thon Maker's checked in for Henson. Ilyasova comes in for Antetokounmpo. Tony Snell's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Norman Powell subbed in for Brogdon. Now Powell. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Bledsoe. And he banks in the layup. Bledsoe's got 6 points.
So not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And that's what happens when you become too perimeter oriented. If you're not high, you don't score.
I think that the coaching staff goes back and looks at the film and you assess the quality of looks. They're not going to be happy about it. At times they just fail to take advantage of the openings for the best shooters.
checked in for Kyle Kuzma. This break gives us a chance to see the league's best fast break teams in the second half of the season. They've really wrapped up the energy. The Lakers #1.
You know, as the season wears on, the team that can stay fresh can take advantage. They continue to get out and run, and teams are struggling to keep up.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Hart. To end the cold streak. Kicks it out to James. That's tipped.
Ilyasova not known for his defense, but with the length he has on those arms of his, he got to the ball. But his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Now here's Bledsoe. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, we heard the great Kevin Garnett say that Thon Maker might earn a league MVP before it's all said and done. Wow, that's rarefied air. I'm not sure about that, but his size and skill and the combination of both is intriguing.
First free throw is good. And Brent, you feel the Bucks are big believers in the potential of Thon Maker.
Well, they have to be. They selected him 10th back in 2016 in the draft, and some expected him to go at least 10 slots lower than that. But his combination of length and athleticism, the ability to shoot the ball, especially from the corners at his size, is an interesting prospect for this roster. Well, there's one thing the Bucks have, and that's an abundance of players with tremendous length. It can make it very difficult on offenses to try to find lanes and gaps and seams to get in there. And
Come on.
the better they are defensively, the more disruptive the Bucks could be.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now.
Here's hoping he finds it soon, because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Zubac finds James. To halt the run, and the layup is good. James has got 5 now. And the Bucks embracing the trends towards long, versatile players.
Yes, this idea of positionless basketball has been something that's been a construct of the Bucks and their roster through recent seasons. The key is translating that into a much tighter, much cohesive defense.
They're making every fucking shot.
They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Hart kicks to Zubac. Now the pass to LeBron. Here's Hart, guarded by Bledsoe. Back to LeBron. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound.
Fucking ridiculous.
He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now here's Bledsoe. He has 6. Over Hart. Rebounded by the Lakers. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other
you.
often go head to head.
Well, they'll meet twice this season tonight, the first matchup, so hard to know exactly what to expect.
And so it's Milwaukee with it, following the 3 by the Lakers. Bledsoe looking around. Over to the left wing. Snell, no good.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And Matthews kicks to Hart. There's 21 seconds left here in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bledsoe outside. Connects from three-point range.
Shut up.
Bledsoe's got 9.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys.
Freaking every fucking shot.
Already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
And the buzzer sounds to have the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. The Bucks on top, running away with it. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Malcolm Brogdon was the 2000. In 16-17 NBA Rookie of the Year, who's spoken about Giannis Antetokounmpo and his willingness to listen and learn.
He's going to listen, whether you're giving him advice, even as a rookie, he was listening, and I would listen to him, but he was actually, if I saw something as a point guard, he would actually listen to me and try it out the next play, and that's special. You don't have many guys at his status that are doing that.
That's very rare indeed. Being a sponge early on and Greg soaking up new ways to expand your game is important.
Kevin, no question at all. Plus, the humility. Knowing your teammates can help you grow. Easy to see why they love him in Milwaukee.
Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, they got Powell. Baker out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Tony Snell.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Every fucking
LA's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Outside Matthews. Kuzma passes to Wagner. Now here's Kuzma. Guarded closely. Here's Hart. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Hart's got 5 points so far. Milwaukee's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Kicks to Powell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Wesley Matthews picks one up. The league no longer wants to reward offensive players who throw themselves into defenders. Have you seen a big change in how those players are being called?
I think the league's doing a better job of it, trying to examine when it
Seems that way, you're right.
Somebody gets up in the air and the offensive player leans in or kicks out and tries to draw some kind of contact. So it's been up to the referees. They've been diligent with it. I think they'll just get better with time.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. And for the Lakers, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Hart kicks to Matthews. Pass to Wagner. Back to Matthews. To the right side. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got none.
His versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
Knocked loose.
There we go.
It's Matthews on the wing. And that shot
Damn it.
everything. Air ball on the 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Maker passes to Ilyasova. And the 3 ball is good. Ilyasova's got 5 now.
Even before the ball gets to him, you can see Ilyasova start to position himself, gets his feet set, a good foundation to let it fly.
Now here's Matthews. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Zubac kicks to Matthews. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Kuzma. No good off the back of the rim.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
To the middle. Ilyasova finds Powell. DiVincenzo. Off target from three-point range. Los Angeles has gone 1 or 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Hart the pass to Kuzma. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And getting a perspective on the offensive tendencies here since the All-Star break, we've got a breakdown showing the average three-point attempts versus two-point shot attempts per game since the midway point of the season for Milwaukee.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
And the first one at the line is good. Ingram, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Lonzo Ball comes in for Wesley Matthews. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Maker. Antetokounmpo comes in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton's checked in for Tony Snell. And Brogdon subbed in for Powell. And he makes both free throws. Bucks leading by 23. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He kicks to Henson. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Henson. And that's 15 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Pass to Hart. Got a piece of it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body
Every
to keep
fucking
the shot,
shot,
from being
dude.
blocked. Excellent work there.
Ridiculous.
Lakers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%.
They can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor. We have to avoid fouling again in this period.
Now, here's Ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the pass to Wagner. Here's Zubac. Antetokounmpo defending. Just 5 to shoot. The 9-foot shot. And Henson,
Of course.
Well, he's a great shot blocker. Henson's still trying to bring the rest of the
Get the
game up to that level.
Thank you,
So
something.
the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. And here's Brogdon from the arc in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Can I get through the damn screen?
Have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Now here's Ingram. He has been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Ball, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
A lottery pick back in 2012, John Henson has pretty much flown under the radar except around the rim. People understand just how effective he can be there. A quality defender and rim protector.
And the first one down. Henson not a floor spacer. Offensively, you'll find him around the rim.
He's a pretty good finisher in there, but he doesn't get a ton of opportunities. You're right. Defensively, you just like his mobility combined with his length. That's a help.
Beasley's checked in for the Lakers. Oh, free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players? Good physics.
I think it's putting strain on everybody. I think last year we saw...
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
Take a break. Take a break. 3 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Puts it up from 12. They grab their
Nope,
own
and you
net.
fuck.
And slam dunk by Henson.
Well, John Henson is out there to attack the glass and try and be a force. This is a big part of how he generates any of his offense.
Here's Hart. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. Beasley kicks to Hart. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Beasley. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Brogdon. Back to Antetokounmpo. A shot that time, not on target. Excellent D there from Beasley. Hart kicks to Beasley. It's Ingram on the wing. Trying to end the drought. He takes it up and brings it in. Ingram's got 5.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Milwaukee. Timeout called the Lakers.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
for the Lakers. James comes in for Michael Beasley. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Josh Hart. Puts it up off the inbound, and it's Ingram with the rebound.
And the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Man, what?
Here's Middleton, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. That's now 8 points for Chris Middleton. Bledsoe against Ball. Passes it to Wagner. Ingram kicks to James. Just 5 to shoot. That one drops for him. James has got 7.
Just a masterful offensive player, utilizing that pick with great intelligence there.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated.
You know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
The Bucks have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. 2 shots. And he knocks down the first one. Talk about what it means to be a good teammate, Brent. You've played with good ones. You've played with bad ones. I've always thought you were team first when you play.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. There's just an idea about what it is that you can contribute to the team. I think you always have to accentuate those ideals. Your approach on a daily basis has to be consistent. And if you're a starting player, it's one mentality. And if you're somebody that plays off the bench, you have to come to practice every day to push the guy that's in front of you and wait for your opportunity. But most of the time, it's that kind of consistency with which you come to work and the attitude of making sure that I want to make any kind of contribution I can for our team's success. That usually...
Shot by Brogdon, wide open from outside, off the mark. James against Antetokounmpo. James left side. Middleton against Ingram. He's looking for James and finds him. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Here's Ball after the basket by Milwaukee. On the wing, James. Antetokounmpo defending. Over Antetokounmpo. Connects on the foul line jumper. And that's now 9 points for LeBron.
The in-between game showing off here by LeBron. The share of damage from the mid-range and another one there.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Here's Henson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Henson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Here's Wagner. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Ingram against Middleton. It's Ingram missing.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 9. Pass to Brogdon. Oh, good on the triple for Los Angeles. They've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. And here is Ball. Ingram outside. Here's Ball. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, you go in there weak like that, and a guy like Giannis with his length, throw it away.
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. The Bucks also changing it up. Ilyasova, he's checked in for John Henson. Tony Snell comes in for Chris Middleton. And Norman Powell subbed in for Brogdon. Bledsoe against Ball. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. McGee with the block. LeBron dishes to Matthews. It's Ingram on the wing. Kicks it to McGee. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. No shot.
.122 left now here in the second. Antetokounmpo finds Bledsoe. The pass to Ilyasova. Three-pointers off the mark for Los Angeles. They've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here's McGee. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Powell from beyond the arc. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And a wide open look for James. Again, the Lakers. Here's Bledsoe. 9 points in the game so far. Outside, Antetokounmpo fires from the wing. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 3 assists now in this one. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Passes it to James. 20 seconds left in the first half of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, it's Sullivan.
Of course.
And it's the Bucks on the break. Poked away. And the rejection by LeBron.
Wow, LeBron throwing that one away hard. There's a message behind that block. Well, he's got both height and length, and that time showed them both.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active. Everybody's covering for each other, and we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Fucking awful.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Jet Smith. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
You know the Greek Freak. Every year, he seems to take a step forward. The shot looks better, his body is filled out, and he can bang inside whenever he wants to. But what really impressed me in the first half was his leadership. And he controlled the game, and he controlled his teammates.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on. But perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on a three-point shooter. And you got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the
after a very lopsided.
Start the second fucking unit.
First half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You're looking at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, you know, you don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the first 2 quarters, that's exactly what he was.
Moving the basketball and making the extra pass, making the defense work harder to stop them. Nice offense there.
And as we... dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Beasley is out there with JaVale McGee. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Lance Stevenson. And it's Hart in at the 2 spot. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. Now, here's Stevenson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's foul number 2 for him.
Try something, man. Fucking matters. I think this shit is backwards.
And the Lakers have possession. Outside Rondo. 5 on the clock. Here's Hart.
The long arms and the quick thinking helped out Brogdon that time and distracted the shooter.
Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Eric Bledsoe, 1 point, Brent, maybe the best defender in the league at the point guard position. Multiple knee surgeries later. Where do you think he stands now?
I think there's been some regression from what he could do athletically, Kevin. So now you have to start to rely on your skill. His offensive game has grown a little bit, and he's around a superstar. That should make it easier to set up some opportunities where he can be more consistent offensively, especially shooting the basketball.
And Milwaukee has possession, following the bucket by the Lakers. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Here's Bledsoe. Can't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Come on.
Milwaukee takes possession. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Beasley against Antetokounmpo. In the corner, it's Brogdon. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 assists in the game. Los Angeles has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Rondo kicks to Stevenson. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Here's Rondo, following the basket by Chris Middleton. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Rondo against Bledsoe. Offside Rondo. Here's Hart. Beasley trying to break free.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Hart. Fouled on the shot.
Thank you.
2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
For Los Angeles, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Antetokounmpo. Softly touched in the floater.
Oh, so you just make everything.
Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That was delicate there from Giannis. I like that floater because that becomes unblockable given the massive length.
Rondo kicks to Beasley. Back to Rondo. Lakers passing it around. In the corner, it's Stevenson. Drills the three-pointer. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got assist number 8 now on the night. Now, here's Stevenson. Over Middleton. Stevenson can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Brogdon kicks to Bledsoe. Nailed from three-point land. Bledsoe's got 12 in the game.
That's pretty encouraging stuff there. Eric Bledsoe draining the three-point shot and looking comfortable doing it.
Pass to Rondo. To the left side wing. Here's Hart. He's guarded by Brogdon. He muscles it in the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
The Lakers have shot 67% from the line tonight, going for 6. Milwaukee has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's foul number 2 for him. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Takes it down to Middleton. From the arc. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And the pass to Beasley. On the wing, Stevenson. And
Thank you.
Stevenson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Ooh, excellent work getting that close to the basket. Got to be happy getting those type of shots.
Pass to Brogdon. Now, Antetokounmpo. Lock at 6. Trying his luck deep, and that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
This guy upping his scoring average every year. Tonight's effort's only going to increase the chances of Giannis to do that again, maybe this season.
On deep, Stevenson. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo with the ball.
That Ross out of there.
Here's Beasley. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Brogdon. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Now here's Stevenson. He has 5. Outside Rondo. Here's Hart. Second chance shot, and the layup good by McGee. McGee's got 9 points.
Bucket earned, out muscling and out hustling everybody for the rebound.
Brogdon finds Antetokounmpo over Beasley, and another.
This nigga make every fucking shot.
It's scary out there to watch Giannis do what he do.
Passes it to Beasley. Pass to McGee.
Thank you.
The official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
The Lakers have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Beasley. LeBron comes in for Lance Stevenson. Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And Ball subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Milwaukee also making some changes. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Tony Snell comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Powell in for Brogdon. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Kicks to Powell. Lots of room. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now here's LeBron. T right on him. Goes up to the stripe. That one wide left. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Here's Snell, covered by LeBron. Snell, that's good.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
The pass to Kuzma. Back to LeBron. From deep 3-point range. It's all in by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Powell for 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Every fucking shot.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And then there's the other team. Can't say that about them. Big gap in the recent field goal percentage between these two squads.
JaVale.
Just as he gets it off, that's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. For Los Angeles, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. Milwaukee's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And Ilyasova kicks to Powell. Has to make it. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Let's take this moment to bring you a leaderboard featuring a very well-rounded group. The top rebounding small forwards in the NBA the last 10 games. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. LeBron James second.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Well, these are the 18-wheelers right here. Bigger and tougher. They are fearless when it comes to crashing the boards. And I'll tell you what, it really lightens the load on your bigs when you've got 2 rebounders like these guys at the small forward.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. So it's the Lakers now. Now Ball. No points in the game yet for him. Out to Ingram. Takes a 3. Yes, that's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Bucks shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. It to Ilyasova. Shot clock at 5. Here's Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
Well, it's 7-1. He doesn't have far to go, but Thon Maker rising up that time.
LeBron passes to Kuzma. He kicks to McGee. Back to Kuzma for the 3. Rebounded by Maker.
What?
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Over to the wing. Pass to Ilyasova. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Looking more comfortable as time moves on. I think his middle name is Play. That would be Thon Playmaker.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Change here. Wagner's checked in. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Toronto, they continue to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that number 1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, Milwaukee, right now, quite a ways down below.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they basically lived up to the expectations so far this season. And that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Unfortunately, those expectations were right on the money. They just weren't ready to join that elite group of teams at the top of this league. And they're still in the playoff picture, and we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
Here's James. Milwaukee with the rebound. It's off to Utah for him after this one as they take on the Jazz. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Snell, no good.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Now here's LeBron. 11 points in the game. From 16 feet away, he cans it. James has got 13 points.
His release is just so smooth from the mid-range.
The dish to Ilyasova. DiVincenzo. He's covered by Ball. That one falls. 7 points in the game. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Kicks it to Ingram. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. That one goes in.
There's just a feel that Ball plays with that really separates him from so many other players. He's superb at finding ways here to score in the paint.
Now here's Powell. 9 points in the game so far. No good that time. Some solid defense from Ingram. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the third. James right side. The three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Ilyasova's got 6 rebounds in the game. Powell, the pass to Maker. Count that one.
Maker's really not scared down in the paint. Somebody comes in, he's ready for the challenge, wants to contest or throw it away.
He got it! There's one fantastic buzzer beater!
He hit that shot like it was nothing. Just another day at the office.
An incredible turn of events. It is bedlam here in the arena.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Back to the action after this word.
I don't understand how my defense got terrible all of a sudden. Full of shit, man.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm.
Fucking ridiculous, dude. Wesley. Yeah, so was that.
Assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a
Ridiculous,
team.
dude.
It's just beautiful basketball.
Motherfucker make it every shot. I mean, mind you, it's terrible defense on my part, but still. Fuck.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today.
I mean,
as we get going in quarter
partly
number 4.
terrible defense.
On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Baker out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Tony Snell. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Connaughton in it with the 2.
Thank you.
Missing. LA has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Clark kicks to Stevenson. We hear a lot about small market teams being anxious about retaining their own star players. Is that overblown, or
thank you, Josh?
For concern on their play?
Do we think that players are not going to get recognized if they play in a small market by the national media, if they're one of the best players?
Well, look at Oklahoma City, look at Milwaukee with Antetokounmpo. I mean, they're all getting recognized.
Yeah, I think these ideas have gone by the wayside.
Give me that shit. Thank you.
They want the best opportunity for their playing and their best opportunity to shine.
No, what?
Where that is. So it's a bit of an archaic argument, in my opinion, Kevin, the way it is that we see guys nowadays, and take the small market thing out about it. There's one market, it's called the NBA.
Snell, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And when the score is as lopsided
Can't
as
lose
it
shit,
is,
huh?
and you can see they smell blood in the water, Pop Man is going for the jugular.
Wagner passes to Matthews. Got it.
Thank you.
We give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Now here is Dellavedova. Now the pass to Ilyasova. Back to Dellavedova. Pass to Ilyasova. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
What are they from the 3-point line?
A deep ball bomber.
Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Stevenson passes to Wagner. And here's Stevenson. Right side Matthews. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by Elias.
Of course.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shoot.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And the contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Adam Silver has said there's
Okay, controller died. Forgot.
more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Stevenson kicks to Hart. Back to Stevenson. Pass to Kuzma.
Thank you, Kuzma.
Cannot give players that kind of positioning, and the defense also late in trying to alter that shot.
Ilyasova with the ball. Dishes to Dellavedova. Back to Ilyasova. Yep, one goes.
It's nice to see the confidence he shows on his inside game and ability to get the shot up before the defender can do anything.
Hart the pass to Kuzma. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Hart kicks to Stevenson. Here's Kuzma. Over Maker. No good off the back of the rim.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Pass to Dellavedova. Now Ilyasova. Back to Dellavedova. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. If it counts, that's 10 points for Thonmaker.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
The pass to Wagner. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan.
That's going in. Oh, magically.
Tremendous challenge.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Hart, defended by Ilyasova. Lets it go. Here's Kuzma. And denies. Sees it right off the glass. Stevenson passes to Wagner. And
I'm about to say.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Dellavedova kicks to Snell. As the league's star power grows, we see more players taking on roles in entertainment, which is kind of interesting. Do you think that's a distraction at all?
Did you know that I was in a movie myself, Kevin?
Why do you think I'm bringing this up? You have first-hand knowledge of this stuff. Your fingerprints are all over this place.
Yeah, not a distraction. I mean, come on, it's an opportunity for guys to go.
Thank you.
You loved your experience, didn't you?
I did love my experience. I did a couple of commercials when I was in Los Angeles. It's a lot of fun.
And you were good.
You're amazing.
And they won, and they won awards.
Thank you. The things did win awards.
I know.
You're very kind.
Oh my
It's
God.
not a distraction though. These guys are kids. They want to do things. They want to do things musically. They want to be on stage. They want to be in movies. They want to do TV shows.
Too. Why helps the league and notoriety and everything else?
Why not?
Bucks passing it around. Feeds it to Maker. Just fine.
Thank you.
That's a bad miscue, but I think they've done a really good job keeping control of the ball throughout the game.
What?
Another shot. Here's Wagner. Over to the left wing. Hart. From outside. Off the mark.
No foul, though. No foul.
But it just feels a lot bigger.
Elvidova is scanning the floor. Now, here's Maker. Out to the right wing. Here's Connaughton.
Good D.
Good D by Matthews. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. We love those sneakers these players wear. Now so many different styles. A lot of different signature shoes out there.
I'm not really a sneakerhead myself, Kevin. I didn't really fall down that rabbit hole, but I know some guys in the league, we've seen photos of their closets at home filled with
hundreds.
Not hundreds. I've seen guys pushing thousands of pairs of shoes. Now that is dedication.
Worth a lot of money.
No doubt about it.
Oh, your
Some
ass.
of the guys, Kevin, don those specialty sneakers in big-time games, and the one guy that comes to mind for me is P.J. Tucker. Lots of play from P.J. Tucker about some of the things that he strapped on last year during the final.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible.
Making everything? Shut the hell up.
Has been working, and no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. First one falls for him.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
So we get them both. They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But really think about, when I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath the goal at either end. What a fantastic way to be enveloped by the NBA game.
It's a cool view.
It's a very cool view, and it's only going to get better.
And here is Powell. Back to Dellavedova. Shot clock at 5. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Lonzo Ball picks one up. Matthew Dellavedova won a title with the Cleveland Cavs back in 16. The Australian, one of the league's high-effort players, certainly a motor that does not stop.
They always talk about just how scrappy he is, willing to get out there and compete and do the dirty work. That's where Delly ends up paying off the most. Guys like him help establish a really good culture of hard work and competitiveness.
And And both free throws good for Dellavedova.
An 86% foul shooter for his college career. Dellavedova hasn't been quite that consistent at the pro level.
Zubac kicks to Kuzma. Lets it go with a three. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
Dellavedova, the pass to Maker. Ilyasova with the ball. To the middle, stolen by Zubac. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop. And Kuzma slams it.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Kicks to Maker. DiVincenzo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Around the world, Brent, we've seen the NBA take a role in helping youngsters learn to play the game of basketball the right way.
So incredible what Basketball Without Borders has done with the NBA Junior Pro. Program expanding itself last year in Treviso for the first time. The NBA doing a combine for EuroLeague players so they can start a database of the older professional, younger professional players playing overseas. It's a global game. Adam Silver is doing a remarkable job of promoting the game, and we're in a great place, Kevin.
And the Lakers making a change here. And he sinks the second. Lakers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Ball kicks to Zubac. Back to Ball. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Thon Maker.
Yeah, and Ball jumps all over the defense, especially when they give him a lane to the basket. Outstanding at forcing the issue.
That free throw, no good. That one is no good. Bucks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Powell kicks to Dellavedova. This is the second year with the sponsored patches on the jersey, advertising more or less. You've gotten used to seeing those things.
Yeah, I think it was no problem last year.
Small, they're on
some teams did some really cool creative things with the color schemes, and I don't think we've seen the last of that, Kevin.
You see it in your
and it's not Lakers. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to recognize the number with how many advertisements are on the jerseys. But
billboard.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with it yet.
On deep. And James pulls it down.
And a lot to dislike about that. I don't know where to begin.
Let's hope that he does not try that one ever again.
Ingram outside for the 3. Doesn't go for it. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Now here's Maker. Zubac defending. Pass to Dellavedova. In the corner, Powell with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The rebound by the Lakers. James has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
It's Ingram on the wing. Defended by Ilyasova. LeBron outside. Hope they get it there. 6 to shoot. Passes to Zubac. Rebound, Milwaukee. Powell dishes to Dellavedova. Ilyasova passes to Maker. He kicks it to Dellavedova. Back to Maker. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. DiVincenzo. He's covered by Ingram. The offensive rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And James throws it down.
LeBron James out, sprinting up the floor, his 16th season, still getting after it.
1:41 left in the fourth. Now here is Dellavedova. He started closely. Commissioner Adam Silver has balanced his comments between wanting parity, Brent, and recognizing there are always going to be super teams. Is there middle ground there?
Is there middle ground?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You would like to have some of the teams just be more competitive than they are, but some of the creative, circuitous routes that teams have taken to put themselves into position to get better.
Yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked, dude. They just, dude, they're making everything, dude.
I don't like the one that's used, so I don't.
I mean, my defense has been bad. Don't get me wrong, but these motherfuckers.
Exactly. So I just don't think you'll ever
making everything.
I do hope that some of the starving franchises do have some.
I'm gonna look at their shooting percentage after the game, and fucking Lonzo missing another free throw.
A lot. So you root for them.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for LeBron.
Getting my ass kicked. I've lost 4 or 5 since the All-Star break now. I don't know what the hell's going on. Thank you, fucker. Make one.
Trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Milwaukee's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bucks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in there about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by
wow, he made it shockingly.
Everything was just on target.
And take a look at their season record. This will be win number 31 on the year.
And with the winner,
only made one trade, and that was trading KCP for Wesley Matthews. That's the only trade I made.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one.
I wanted to do some others, but I was already past the deadline, so I kind of messed up on that.
On the offensive end with the ball movement tonight, really racked up some assists.
But it's kind of like ever since I traded KCP, my defense been shit.
Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee.
I'm almost kind of regretting it.
DiVincenzo. He's covered by Ingram, and it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, with this lead.
Why are you hard hedging, man? Get back on defense. Like you're foolish.
The team came in fired up from the opening tip. You see the focus. They're ready to do battle.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. From outside the arc, hands it from downtown.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
Here's Dellavedova.
Thank God it's over.
They get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what?
Yeah, they're right to boo us, man. Playing like shit.
You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We get out of transition, trying to get people to stop. Everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, This is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Let's see these statistics, man. Motherfucker shot 58%. 12 of 27 from downtown. 50 points in 58%, dude. What kind of shit is that? 27 fast break points. Just, it could not be stopped. 35 assists. 4 turnovers. Come on, man. 4 turnovers? Yeah, right. Biggest lead, 41. This don't make no sense. Let me see what I shot in the second half. They were 58 in the first. Third quarter, they shot 7. They was making everything. Although shooting better fourth quarter. They had already won by then. Second half, still shot 58%. Although I shot a little better. Awful. Really awful. McGee. Hart. Come on, man. Can't be playing like this. Antetokounmpo. Fucking missed 3 shots. Ilyasova was making everything from downtown, seemed like. "24 minutes. Shut the hell up. We played more than that. Fucking awful.
Yeah. Going on you with the pick and roll. Yellow flame here, sicko mode.
Another press conference. Okay. Your first season as GM is starting to wind down. What are your thoughts on the owner here regarding what his ambitions and goals are? He's great. My first season has been great. The owner and I see eye to eye on how this franchise should be run. This makes my job quite easy. Good. Oh, god damn it. I got another game the next night too. My people are already tired. Oh Lord. People complaining about playing time. Lost 3 straight. Oh, Lord. James tired. McGee, Matthews. Alright, man. Got Phoenix next. That's it for tonight, man. Hopefully regroup, come back and play better. Like this shitty ass game. 3 straight, 4 or 5. Hopefully the tables will turn. We will see. Thank you for watching. Just standing silly. 1 game behind Golden State now. Minnesota's are coming. 20 games left. Dallas, Denver. Clippers suck. Phoenix semi sucks. Alright, outro. Thank you for watching. Please come back.